everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we are going to discuss about do while loop in C language. Do while loop. What is do while loop? Do while loop is an exit loop condition. It is also known as post test condition loop. Post test, you can call it as post test or exit loop condition. Because in the do while, the condition will be tested at the ending of the loop block. So it is called as post-test condition. It is also known as event-controlled loops or sentinel-controlled loops. Event-controlled loop in the sense the number of iterations are indefinite. We don't know how many times you need to repeat this loop. The number of iterations depends upon the user choice. So these loops are most useful in menu-driven programs. You don't know how many times the user want to repeat the same job. So we go for event controlled loops. Both while and do while are known as event controlled loops. Whereas for loop is known as counter controlled loops. If you know the number of iterations well advanced, you call it as counter controlled loops. For example, if you want to do the same job again and again 10 times, 15 times, like that, if you know the number of iterations before entering into the loop, it is called as counter controlled loops. For is called counter controlled loop, whereas while and do while are known as event controlled loops. If you want to have more information on while loop, you please refer my previous video. The link is provided in the description box. In the same way, if you want to know about for loop, again I am providing the link in the following description box. I have explained both while and for with clear examples. The while loop and do while loop both are based upon Boolean value of the condition. It checks the condition at the ending of the loop block. It repeats the loop until condition is false. One more point, do while loop is most useful when we need to execute the loop at least one time. Whereas in the while loop, minimum number of executions is 0. If the first time condition is false, it comes out of the loop in the while. That means in the while, minimum number of executions will be 0. Whereas in the do while, first you do the job, at the end you check the condition. So it is do while is like your post payment method in the mobiles. For example, in your mobile phones you are using prepaid and postpaid. Postpaid means after utilization you are paying the bill. It is like do while. Whereas in the prepaid mobiles, before using you need to pay the mobile bill. So like that we use. Whereas in the same way transportation also. For example, if you don't have money and you struck at your college and you need to go to your home. So even though you don't have money, you choose an auto because you can pay the money at the time of getting down from the auto. So that is like post payment. In the same way, without money, is it possible to go by RTC bus? Definitely not possible because RTC bus is prepayment model. RTC bus is like your while loop, whereas auto is like your do while loop. Now you see the simple syntax and flow diagram for do while loop. Do is the keyword. Brace statements to be executed in the block. At the end you write the while, and in the while you write the condition. Very important point. You write semicolon after while. You write semicolon after while. This is important. Whereas in the while loop you have not given semicolon after while condition. Whereas in the do while statement, do while loop, you write do statement, set of the statements. After while you write the condition. After this condition you write semicolon. This is most important. If you have not given, it will consider it as an error. You consider the flow diagram. Do while entry point, statements to be executed inside the block, condition. If the condition is true, again it moves to the beginning of the block. This is called as loop block. It repeats this block again and again until the condition is false. Once the condition is false, the control will come outside of the loop block. If you don't know the number of iterations, how many times you need to repeat this loop, you better go for do while loop or while loop. If you want to execute at least one time, you should choose do while loop. In this video, I am explaining very important examples. You please don't quit. Just we are considering simple example. You see how to print 1 to 10 numbers. I am going to explain two examples. One is how to print 1 to 10 numbers using do while, and another one is counting numbers. That is how many positive numbers, how many negative numbers, how many zeros until user enters -1. That I am going to explain. First, you consider my program. Please don't skip the video. Watch the video till the end. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe my channel and share it to your friends. Now we are checking this program, simple program. You see, first line comment. Comment starts with double slash. Printing numbers from 1 to 10 using do while loop. Comment is not for the compiler. Comment is for understanding of the reader, that is like users. Hash include stdio.h, conio.h, void main. Up to this you are clear. If you want to have more information on the structure of the program, you please refer my previous video, Structure of C language. So I is an integer variable. CLRSR, it is to clear the screen. You see here, I have initialized my I with 1. That is before entering into the loop. It is almost similar to your while loop. Whereas in the for loop, I equal to 1. That means initialization part took place in the for condition statement, for loop statement. Whereas in the while and do while, before entering into the loop, I have given initialization. My I value is 1. Why I have given 1? Because I want to print 1 to 10 numbers. If I want to print 5 to 10, I would have given I equals to 5. Okay, now do means loop starts from here. This is the loop block. In the loop block, I have two statements. One is printf \n. It is to move the control to the next line, %d. I means I value. It will print I value. At the beginning, what is my I value? Yes, I value is 1. So it print 1. In the next statement in the loop, I is incremented by 1. That is I equal to I plus 1. While condition. While I is less than or equal to 10. Now what is I value? 2. As previous at the beginning I value is 1. Now it is incremented by 1. I value is 2. 2 less than or equals to 10. 2 less than or equals to 10. Condition true or false? 2 less than or equal to 10. Yes, condition is true. Again it repeat the loop. Repeat the loop in the sense it starts from the beginning of the block. Again printf n \n %d means now it print I value, that is 2. Again I is incremented by 1, that is 3. Like this. Again 3. 3 is less than or equals to 10. Okay. Again it repeat the block. How many times it repeat the block? Until the condition is false. In this case, it repeat this loop block 10 times. Now you check the compilation. Alt F9. 0 errors, 0 warnings. Alt R. Now you see. It has printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. In the same way, if I have modified, for example, if I want to get odd numbers between 1 and 10, simply I am changing the increment. Now you see, I am compiling the program and running the program. Alt R. You see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. In the same way, if I want to get numbers from 10 to 50, odd numbers between 10 to 50. So what is my starting value? 10. Very good. What is my ending value? Yes, 50. 10 to 50. So every time I am increasing, I want to get 10 to 50 odd numbers. Okay, one small change. What is my starting odd number between 10 to 50? Starting odd number is 11. So yeah, I should give 11. If I give 10, it gives even numbers, 10, 12 like that. So I should initialize my variable with starting value. Don't leave the video. Still, please watch till the end. Now I am getting the numbers, odd numbers between 10 and 50. You see 11, it started with 11, 11, 13, etc. Now you see another small example. This is very interesting example. You please watch this video till the end. You see, now I want to print I want to count the numbers. I want to read the numbers. I don't know how many numbers the user is going to enter. I am going to read the numbers till the user enters -1. And after that, I need to count how many positive numbers, how many negative numbers, and how many zeros. You see, now I am taking the variables. A, it is to read a number. P means positive numbers, count initialized with 0. N means negative numbers initialized with 0. Z means number of zeros, that is 0. So I have taken 4 integer variables A, P, N, Z. P, N, Z initialized with 0. CLRSR, it is to clear the screen. Now I am repeating the job. Do printf, enter your number. Scanf will read the number. How many, up to what value it has to read? Do you know how many times you need to read? 5 times, 10 times, 20 times like that? No. We need to read these numbers until user enters -1. You see, that's why I am scanning. If A equals to 0, in C language equals to, comparison equals to is used by double equals to sign. If A equals to 0, increment Z by 1. Otherwise, else. If A is greater than 0, A is greater than 0 means positive. P plus plus. Else, A is not equal to 0, A is not greater than 0. Automatically, A will be negative. That means N plus plus. So, after reading the number, every number we need to compare whether it is 0 or it is greater than 0 or less than 0. If it is equals to 0, increment Z by 1. If it is greater than 0, increment P by 1. If it is less than 0, increment N by 1. After that, you repeat this loop until A is not equals to -1. If A is not equals to -1, you repeat this. If A equals to -1, it has to stop. You please check the condition. What we have given, you read these numbers until -1. User choice is -1. If user enters -1, it has to stop. So that's why I am checking not equals to -1. Don't get confusion. While A is not equals to condition. If the condition is true, it repeat the block. If if A equals to -1, it will come outside. After coming outside of the loop, because here we don't know how many times you need to repeat, I am going to explain with execution. You please stay. You see, after the loop, I am giving what I am giving? Number of positive numbers. Percentage 4D means we displace the number in 4 positions. P value. In the same way, number of negative numbers. Percentage 4D. N minus n. Why I am using minus n? P, okay, positive numbers I am counting. Whereas minus n means I am decrementing negative value by 1 at the end. Because it accepts -1. As -1 is less than 0, it increases the negative numbers. So to avoid that small mistake, I am adding minus. Now printing the Z value. Now you check the comparison. Now I am going to execute this program. Or Alt F9, compiling. And then executing with Control R. Now I am entering the numbers. First number 3. Again enter your number 6. Now I am entering -6, -8, -3, entering 0, entering 5. How many times I am entering? I don't know how many times I am entering. The same job repeats again and again until I enter -1. Now I am entering -1. you please check how many numbers you have entered. Positive, how many positive numbers you have entered? 3, 6, 5. 3 positive numbers. How many negative numbers you have entered? -6, -8, -3. These 3. -1, it should not count. You see the output. Number of positive integers 3. Number of negative integers 3. Number of zeros 1. Even though physically I have entered 4 negative integers, that is -6, -8, -3 and -1. But last -1 it should not consider. That's why in the printf statement I have used -n. Now I am going to explain with program. You see. Here I have used -n. Okay. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe my channel, share it to your friends and share with your comments. Thank you.